great job, buddy. Thank you. Oh, nope, that's a microphone. Okay, so it's time for me to come clean. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Clean. Losing all my hair. I want to tell you about my first drug deal. So it was at nighttime, so the darkness had enveloped the earth. And I'm driving down a windy road in rural Arkansas, and I see a police officer opposite, parallel to me. And as soon as he passes me around this turn, flips on his lights and whips around. Got it behind me like he's Starsky and Hutch. No, wait. Yeah, Starsky and Hutch. And as soon as he pulls in with his lights on, I pull over casually. It's a casual pullover. Wasn't trying to run from the law. And so this other cop comes flying in, turns his lights on too. It was an undercover car. Dodge Charger, to be exact. Like Keanu Reeves in Street Kings, or any other cop that's supposed to be cool in any other cop movie. The guy in the first car gets out and meanders on up to the side of my window. That's not the right sound. I can't do a window sound. Handed him my paperwork, all my important documents. He wasn't wearing sunglasses, by the way. Why were you in such a hurry, boy? I didn't know I was going that fast. I was just following that van. I'm just headed home. I had a creative team meeting at my church and got some medicine for my sick, pregnant wife and just headed to my house. Where are you coming from? Well, I kind of summed that up in the previous sentence, but I was just coming home from a church creative team meeting and then I went and got medicine for my wife, still pregnant. Just driving home, followed that van. Just a regular standard van. Might have been an Astro. I don't know. Not from Houston. Boy, you got any marijuana in your vehicle? No, sir. You got any heroin? No, sir. The drug nor the female hero. No. You got any methamphetamines? I do not. And I can't spell it either. Firearms? I didn't look at my arms to see if they're on fire. I made that part up. I don't. You got any knives or blades? Not unless I'm trying to spread some butter on a biscuit, am I right? You have an unusual amount of cash on you, boy? No, sir, but I wish I did. Step out of your car. And the whole time this dude is interrogating me, like the guy that got out of the Dodge Charger had a bandage on his arm, dressed in casual street clothes. Could have been Channing Tatum from any movie where he acts like a thug, which is like every Channing Tatum movie. Channing Tatum from Step Up 1, like before he met the girl, like where he's like really is like a criminal. And you shouldn't root for him, but you do because he's Channing Tatum. Arm bandaged up, street clothes, Dodge Charger. He looks like he wants to just MMA fight me and just body slam me. Like he's ticks. That's my best never back down look. Not happy with my decision to go 4 miles over the speed limit. So Lieutenant Questions goes over to his car to check all my paperwork, make sure I'm legit, like actually a person. And Sergeant Bandage stays back and he's interrogating me with his arm, who he is not favoring. He's not favoring that bandage. I'm beginning to think it's not a real bandage. In fact, he could have not even been a cop at this point. So you didn't go to a gas station? Yes, sir. Actually, I did. I forgot. I just stopped at the gas station to return a Redbox DVD. Well, did you see anybody there? Yeah, there was a lot of people there, just regular gas station people. It's crowded. I noticed that. I was just taking a DVD back, though. I didn't even get gas. Didn't even get gas. Those prices are criminal. Am I right, Sergeant Bandage? So you didn't talk to anyone at all? When I was leaving, someone cut me off, and I was like, whoa, no problem. Go ahead. But I don't think they heard me because I said it in that tone, and my windows were rolled up. So I don't think they caught my sarcasm, but I think they could see it in my eyes if they looked directly through my window. I saw you making a drug deal. And I could be wrong, and I'll admit if I am, but I'm almost positive of what I saw. At this point, I realized what I was being accused of, so my face went to, and I was pumped. Because that means I was not being pulled over for a speeding ticket, which I was speeding. I was being pulled over for a drug deal, for which I was not dealing. So I straight up turned into casual Tyler. I am pumped, because I know I am not going to be arrested upon drug dealing charges. So I feel great. Put my hands in my khaki pants. I start chilling. I'm like, this is gold. You ain't gonna give me no ticket. You just accused me of a drug deal. And as soon as I put my hands in my khaki pants, which I'm required to wear Monday through Thursday because at the time I was a math teacher, and so therefore dress code, he goes, get your hands out of your pockets. So I pull them out, and then first thing I thought of, he's a cop. Put your hands down, boy. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic. I was like showing that I'm not pulling a gun on you, bro. Like I ain't going justified on you, okay? I'm just hands up. Hands up, Raylan Givens. Also, underneath my polo, I was wearing my Tupac shirt. 1994 tour. Actually, I have no idea if that's real. I mean, I don't have a Tupac shirt. I'd like one. I just don't. Dude, you can search my pockets. Like, I don't have anything to hide. Boom, pocket searched. He went in my pockets faster than the Seahawks go into the pocket. I could have probably laid that analogy out better. Now, I knew from the song 99 Problems by Jay-Z that they could not search my car without a warrant. I got 99 problems, but being a drug dealer is not one of them. I was pretty confident at this point because I knew I've never even touched drugs, so I had that going for me. And also, this guy didn't know somebody in attendance got first place in their DARE essay contest in 5th grade. Hello. I was like, dude, you can search my vehicle. Like, I don't have any drugs. Dude ran at it like he was Carl freaking Lewis. He caught the beat running like Randy Moss. It's a Outcast reference. Early 2000s. It's 1 point for me. Sergeant Bandage is doing the search on my car. Lieutenant Questions is still checking out my documents. I'm free to run. Like, I could have ran for this mug through the woods. Bandage ain't climbing no trees, okay? I'd have sat up there like Katniss, strapped in for the night. So right then, after they split, it's like they planned it. Another cop pulls up on the other side of the road. No doubt about it, it was Matlock. Like, I know it was. I don't even know if I've ever even seen an episode of Matlock, but when I say the name Matlock, this guy is him. He's Matlock. It had to have been. Pretty sure Andy Griffith is Matlock. Is Andy Griffith Matlock? If that's the case, that makes sense because he was a cop. And Andy Griffith's a cop, so it had to have been Matlock. It was Matlock. Also, I'd like to add, during this judiciary interrogation, one of my students drove by in their vehicle and saw me with 3 cops, 1 undercover, Dodge Charger, and I'm being searched through my vehicle. So that was a nice thing I got to explain to my 5th period Honors Algebra 2 class the next day. Standing there talking to Matlock, and in casual conversation, I insert the fact that I'm a high school math teacher, my pregnant wife, creative team at my church, that I have a master's degree, and also that I was super, super calm with the whole drug deal investigation. That right there is the full house of freedom. You got all those cards, you're good. You all set, all right? So I laid down my hand, it was like rounders, like 3 stacks of high society. It was a terrible John Malkovich. That's 3 stacks of high society. I'm getting worse. The accent's getting worse. That's rounders. Matlock knows. He knows. I'm not guilty. Documents comes back. Lieutenant Documents, that's what his name changed. He got his name changed. When he was in the car, he was Lieutenant Questions, and now he's Sergeant Documents because they downgraded him and said, you got to change your name. Can't be Mr. Questions. You got to be Mr. Documents. His wife was upset because her name's Debbie. She wanted to be Debbie Documents, but she'll get over it. So as the undercover narcotics officer comes back to greet Mr. Matlock and Mr. Documents with me, he realizes I'm a high school math teacher with a pregnant wife who was returning the movie Legion to Redbox, which I didn't even watch. Watched it later. It was okay. I'm not guilty. And so he's standing there. He knows he missed Saul. He got the wrong dude. There were some sketchy people up at that gas station. They look like a bunch of Dementors circling that big red. So I don't blame him for picking somebody. I just don't know why he picked Khakis Polo guy. What if they had like dress codes like for drug dealers? Like Monday through Thursday they had to wear khakis with a polo shirt tucked in. They probably wouldn't be like as big of criminals. They'd probably be like, oh, I need to get my stuff together. I'm dressed well. I can stop doing drugs. I can just figure this whole thing out. And so we're about to leave, and as my subtle like, you got the wrong guy tone, I was like, hey man, you forgot to check the back. You want to look through there? He was like, yeah, like on my way to freedom, like I'm walking freedom, like, oh yeah, I did it. Check the back of my car. He did, and he checked it. It was my subtle, yeah, you're wrong, bro. And he saw a pair of cleats and some Frisbees. Then Officer Matlock goes, are those from playing Frisbee at your church? As like a subtle to his comrade, you got the wrong guy, bro. Stop searching him. No, sir. Those are some Frisbees that we used at my school. We were determining the mean, median, and range. So I had all my students throw the Frisbees, and then we calculated that. So my first drug deal experience ended with me shaking hands with 2 lovely police officers and a suspect undercover narcotics officer, and a warning ticket for going 59 and a 54.
Boy, you got any methamphetamines on you? 'Cause that's illegal.